All right, guys, we're back. Final class of the day here on the Xbox side of the 125 Dream Race Championship on MXvsATV All Out, hosted by MXO Sports and presented by Vital MX. 8 class Heat 1 about to get underway. The fastest riders in the game. Pizza the Hut, none other than Fuboy 666. Glizzy joining us for our first tournament with him. Definitely one of the faster guys on the Xbox to look out for here in the A class. Going to be definitely a guy to watch in the mains. Lil Eyeballs, Motocross 754, Doritos 787, super fast guy on these 125s, Infamous 40, and Panic Rev 77. Ready to duke it out. A class heats are a little bit longer than the B and C. We got 8 laps for the A class. 5 players still advanced, so 3 out of the 8 people in this heat are not going to make it through straight into the main motos. The 3 that do not are going to have to try their hand at the LCQ. 26 seconds from getting this heat 1 underway here in the A class. Let's get it rolling. Fuboy running that Dream Race lit kit setup aboard that number 3, ready to fly. Riders around the gate. 30-second board is up. That Lucas Oil Pro Motocross 30-second board. We're going to spectate Glizzy off the start on that inside gate to number 5. Almost had a perfect jump. Ends up hitting the gate. Going to be last off the start. Fuboy as well. I think Fuboy might have jumped the gate too. Glizzy getting swallowed up right next to Fuboy. 2 of the fastest guys in this A class struggling early in Heat 1, and Glizzy goes down. Panic Rev in 5th. 8-lap heat. Panic Rev trying to make that pass on Infamous 40. Doritos just behind them. Who is out front? Pizza the Hut in 2nd. In 1st place, Lil Eyeballs leading the way here in Heat 1 of the A class. Fuboy currently in 6th. Trying to make quick work of Infamous 40 and get into a qualifying position, but he does. Not from Infamous 40, but from Panic Rev getting reset. Lap 1 of this 8-lap qualifier. So many fast guys here trying to make their way straight into the main motos. Fuboy around Infamous. Going through the rollers. Getting a little squirrely. Infamous going to have that inside. Nearly stuffs Fuboy, but does not make it stick. Fuboy on the move, trying to make his way forward. 2nd place is Doritos, trying to get around Eyeballs, and Doritos is going to hit the banner and go down. Doritos now in 4th. It's going to be Lil Eyeballs coming through in 1st, followed by Pizza the Hut. 3rd is going to be the number 3 of Fuboy, followed by the number 7 of Doritos. And Infamous 40, who did come through in 5th, but goes down hard. Glizzy, trouble on lap 1, now finds his way back into a transfer spot in 5th and making work of the 4th place rider. Not sure who that was. Doritos, looks like it was Doritos. Who's out front? I believe Pizza the Hut, maybe Panic Rev in 6th. Pizza the Hut and Eyeballs still battling it out for 1st. Pizza the Hut, your fastest qualifier here in the Xbox A class. Inside he goes. Gets around little eyeballs with ease. No problems there. Both those guys out front flying. Motocross 754 back in 8th place. Fuboy is coming. Notice that red plate on his bike. We're allowing our A-class competitors to run the red plate if they got the overall in the prior event. So Fuboy, one of our competitors from the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship, going 2-1-1 in the A-class there, taking that first ever Loretta Lynn's Online Championship overall. That's why he's running the red plate today. So if he wins again today, he gets to run the red plate at Tricross. If somebody ends up beating him, they get to run the red plate at Tricross. So pretty cool thing for Fuboy, repping that red plate here at the MXvsATV 125 Dream Race, hosted by MXO Sports and presented by Vital MX. Fuboy on the move, trying to make a pass on Pizza the Hut, get in that number 1 position. All 3 riders come together. Woo! Big mistakes going on. Glizzy in 3rd, Fuboy back in 2nd. Fuboy throwing the knack-knack. Having some fun out there, I see. Nothing wrong with that. Kicking it with some buddies, racing some heats, competitive. All for fun, man. Doritos is going to hit Fuboy. Fuboy's going to get bounced around. Whoa, I believe that was eyeballs that hit the barrier. Gonna lose some time on the rest of this pack. Doritos in 3rd. Glizzy 2nd. And I believe that's Pizza the Hut out front. We're gonna try and take a look. And it is, but he's gonna get passed by both Doritos and Glizzy. Doritos out there flying on that Husky. Looking good aboard that number 7. Glizzy makes the pass back. 3 riders, Fuboy, Glizz, and Doritos coming through the finish line. Less than half a second separating the 3. Pizza the Hut just 1.2 seconds behind them. Pizza the Hut firing back, trying to slam Fuboy. Doesn't make it work. Doritos looks like he's out front right now. We're going to try and take a look at him. Pizza the Hut 4th. Must have made a mistake. Motocross 8th. 6th is eyeballs. Glizz and Fuboy battling it out for 2nd. And Doritos out front. But Fuboy is going to take it from him. Number 3 of Fuboy quickly into the lead over that triple. Fuboy in 2nd. Glizz trying to make the pass, and he does. Doritos back in 1st. Great battling going on between these 3 guys. Doritos, your 7th fastest qualifier, doesn't mean he does not have the speed to run out front with these guys. Absolutely hauling. Doritos leading the way here in Heat 1 of the Xbox A class. Doritos, slight mistake hitting that barrier. Gonna allow Glizz and Fu to close the gap. 0.4 of a second, 0.9 of a second between the top 3. Number 1 of Pizza the Hut, 5 seconds back. And it looks like the number 9 of Panic Red in that final transfer spot. Doritos still out front ripping. Oh, and Doritos is going to go down. Doritos going to go down again. But Fuboy. The battles continue between these 3. Great racing going on. Infamous 40 in 7th. Glizzy outside. Doritos inside. Glizz launching down that hill. Doing a nice little scrub. Looking good. Panic Rev in that 5th and final transfer spot, holding it down, trying to make it to the end and get straight into the main motos. He does not want to stress about going to the LCQ. Just in front of him is Pizza the Hut, but Panic Rev hits the banner and just manages to get off of it. Those banners can be so tricky. You get stuck to them like a fly in a trap. How far behind is the 6th place rider? Eyeballs. Looks like he is quite a bit of ways behind 5th place. Doesn't seem like he's going to be able to catch up unless a mistake happens by the 5th and 4th place rider. Battle continues up front though. 2nd place is Fuboy. 9/10 of a second behind Doritos. Gliz, the number 5, 2.4 seconds behind Doritos. All 3 of these guys absolutely flying. Glizzy flying too much, flying off the track. Boy on the move, trying to catch up to Doritos. Take this Heat 1 win. Doritos looking solid though, still got a pretty solid gap. No slouch at all. Glizzy firing back, hitting that inside. Boy trying to find that inside line, and he does. Gonna try and take that second back, and he does. Woo! Throwing the knack-knack on Gliz. Both riders out there having some fun. Fuboy killing it. Glizzy trying to make his way towards the front, but struggling a little bit. Meanwhile, Doritos, clear track ahead of him, running his race. Not too many problems there, doing exactly what he needs to do. Scrubbing over the leap, just like an A-rider does. One more lap to go. Doritos leading the way. Trying to rail that outside. Gets a little too high on the berm and loses some time. Glizzy coming up quick on that inside. Nearly makes it happen, but Doritos too much momentum going around the outside. Doritos looking so smooth out front. Infamous 40 in 7th. Gliz in 2nd. 5th place is Panic Rev, still holding it down there in that final transfer spot. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to catch him and take that from him. Motocross in 8th. Eyeballs in 6th. How far behind is he from Panic Rev? As long as Panic Rev stays consistent, I don't think Eyeballs is going to have enough time to make any moves. Fuboy in 3rd, just a little bit behind Gliz and Doritos. Gonna hang in there to take that 3rd here in Heat 1. Make it into the straight into the main motos nonetheless. Solid ride by the red plate holder here at the 125 Dream Race. Doritos. Number 7. Okay, now this is the last lap. I apologize for that. Doritos with a 5.8 second gap. Leading the way. Looking to take the Heat 1 win and establish some confidence on the rest of this A-Class lobby. Going into the main motos. Super smooth looking. Number 7 of Doritos. No problems there for the number 7. Taking a look back, Infamous 40 in 7th. Gliz still in 2nd. Fuboy trying to catch up, and he might after that big mistake by Gliz. Panic Rev still in 5th. Pizza the Hut in 4th, having a pretty solid ride. The number 1. bouncing out, making a big mistake. Still going to maintain that 4th place spot. My ball's in 6th. Kind of close to 5th place. Could capitalize if the rider makes a mistake. Fuboy in 3rd, right on the back end of Gliz. Where is Doritos? Doing the front flip over the leap. What a guy. Very nice. Just caught that in the nick of time. Doritos, number 7, taking the Heat 1 win over a pretty stacked lobby. Followed by the number 5 of Gliz taking 2nd. Fuboy will take 3rd. Pizza the Hut 4th. And it should be Panic Rev taking that 5th and final transfer spot to get into the main motos. Great ride by all the top 5. So, Doritos, stellar ride, taking that Heat 1 win. Gliz in 2nd with the fastest lap time. Fuboy 3rd. 4th, Pizza the Hut. And Panic Rev taking that 5th and final transfer spot. 6th, 7th, and 8th all going to have to go to the LCQ. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Heat 2. So stay tuned for that. And we're back pretty quick. Heat 2, MX versus ATV 125 Dream Race ready to get underway. Another stacked lobby. Top guys on the Xbox, consisting of MX Squid, Sakadata, Super Cuba, Dankopedia, Fly Young White, Blood Baron, and Down in El Paso ready to duke it out in this 8-lap heat. Top 5 make it. 43 seconds away from gate drop. Ready to get it underway. Number 15 is Sakadata. Super Cuba, the number 6. Solid rider, ready to make a statement here in Moto Heat 2. Get it done. Get into those main motos right away. Dankopedia, the number 10. Ready to get after it. Fly Young White, number 12. Preparing mentally, sitting on that gate, doesn't want to overexert himself. Ready to get after it. Blood Baron, the number 8, fastest qualifier aboard that Yamaha. Ripping through them rollers, ready to go. Heat 2, Heat 2, Heat 2, Heat 2. Riders around the gate. Number 15 is second data. Number 10 is Dankopedia. Number 12, Fly Young White. Number 6, Super Cuba. 8, the Blood Baron. 4, MX Squid. And number 2, down in El Paso, ready to get after it. 32nd board is up. Gate's about to go down. We're going to spectate Fly Young White off the start. Not a bad jump. I believe there's 7 riders in this lobby. There is 2 of them are not going to make it into straight into the main motos. We take 5 here in this A class. Looks like down in El Paso, out to the early lead, followed by Super Cuba, MX Squid in 3rd. Slight mistake by Cuba. Gonna allow Blood Baron and MX Squid to get around them. Down in El Paso, big scrub over the triple. MX Squid challenging right away for that lead. Both riders looking super solid here on lap 1. Where is the rest of the pack? Fly Young White in 6th here on lap 1, just outside of the transfer spot. Blood Baron 3rd. Super Cuba trying to make the pass on the inside, not able to make it stick. El Paso and Squid side by side. Squid's going to take the lead. MX Squid taking the lead from down in El Paso. Blood Baron close behind. Dankopedia sitting in that 5th and final transfer spot on the number 10 Yamaha. Trying to solidify his spot straight into the main motos. Sakidata in 7th, the number 15. Looks like Blood Baron crashed. Gonna lose 2 spots. Blood Baron now sitting in the 5th place spot. Dankopedia in 3rd. Coming through the finish line is MX Squid in 4th. Or MX Squid the number 4. And El Paso coming through at the same exact time. You can look at the split. Quadruple zeros all the way through. MX Squid mistake, gonna hit that banner and get stuck to it, lose a little bit of time. So far, so good. Solid ride for MX Squid here in Heat 2. Fly Young White has made the pass on Dankopedia. Dankopedia inside, Fly outside, Fly inside, Dank outside. Both riders coming together in that inside berm. Oh, Fly's going to get bumped out. Dankopedia reclaims that 5th and final transfer spot here in Heat 2. Battling continues up front. Blood Baron taking over the 3rd place spot from Super Cuba. Both riders go outside. Blood Baron wraps himself around that Suzuki banner. Losing a spot to Dankopedia and Fly Young White. Blood Baron now sitting outside of the top 5. Plenty of laps to go. Coming up on the 3rd lap. Who was that went down? Dankopedia, I believe. Blood back inside the transfer spot, inside that top 5. Number 2 of down in El Paso comes through the finish line in 1st, followed by MX Squid, just under 2 seconds behind him. The number 6 of Super Cuba in 3rd, followed by the number 12 of Fly Young White, and the number 8 of Blood Baron in that 5th and final transfer spot. Down in El Paso looking super smooth. I respect the number 2. That's my number. Love to see it. El Paso out here ripping. Number 2 looks good on any bike. Woo-hoo. Super smooth down in El Paso, ripping it outside, ripping the inside. Not too many problems other than a slight reset. Dankopedia in 5th. So, Dankopedia back in a transfer spot. I believe he took it from Fly Young White. Big battle going on here between these 2 riders. Blood Baron just in front of them in 4th. A little bit of breathing room. Definitely going to want to pull away. Stay inside that top 5. Nice battles going on between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Sakidata in 7th, Super Cuba 3rd. Trying to reel in MX Squid. Can he do it? Moving on to the 4th lap out of 8 here in Heat 2 of the A-Class. El Paso looking super solid, but not really able to edge out MX Squid over the last couple laps. MX Squid hanging in there, looking super solid. MX Squid gonna launch off the track, lose some time to El Paso, and that might allow Cuba to bounce in. It sure does. Cuba inside, Squid outside. Both riders funneling into that inside berm. What is going on near the 5th place riders? Sakidata 7th, Denkopedia. The battle continues between him and Fly Young White, I believe. Looks like Fly's having some trouble losing a little bit of time. Down in El Paso, coming through the finish line, moving on to lap 5 of 8. Still 4 laps to go for Fly Young White to try and catch up and make a move on Denkopedia. El Paso looks like he's opened up a slight gap over MX Squid. It looks like the number 6 of Super Cuba inching ever closer to Squid. Only about 1.4 seconds separating the two. Denkopedia, though. Denkopedia has now moved into 4th. Blood Baron down, so Denkopedia now in 3rd. Excellent ride by Denkopedia here in Heat 2. Number 10 aboard that Yamaha, riding well. Trying to get away from that 5th place spot. He does not want to give anybody any chance of passing him and bumping him outside of that top 5. Denkopedia trying to rip as far as he can to the front. That's going to leave Blood Baron, it looks like, in the 5th place spot. Possibly in trouble of getting passed by Fly Young White. How close is he to Blood Baron? Looks like about a corner or so. Fly Young White still within striking range, not too far back. Could definitely make something happen if things go wrong for Blood Baron or Super Cuba. El Paso coming through the finish line once again. Still a pretty similar split between him and MX Squid, but Blood Baron making the pass on Super Cuba. Making his way into 4th aboard that Yamaha, number 8. Most of the riders here in this A-Class, returning competitors of ours from the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. Good to see them all back, ripping it up here on the Redbud MX track. All looking super solid. El Paso leading the way, launching himself down that treacherous hill that so many people have gone over the bars on over the course of the last 2 days. El Paso looking super consistent, super solid here in Heat 2. Trying to make his way to the finish line, take that win. El Paso going to get stuck on the banner though. Going to have to basically roll the launch pad. What is going on back here? Blood Baron in 5th. Fly Young White close behind. Possible battle in the making between Fly and Blood. El Paso moving on to lap 7 and opening up his gap even more. Is Fly Young White about to pass Blood Baron? Who is, or is that Super Cuba? Looks like Super Cuba with a big mistake. Fly Young White right behind him. Another small mistake, sliding out a little bit. Fly Young White getting the drive down that straightaway. Oh, and Super Cuba's gonna smash the barrier. Fly Young White takes over that final transfer spot with about a lap and 3/4 left here in this Heat 2. We're gonna check back in with Fly as the race gets closer to the conclusion. Right now, Fly Young White in that final transfer spot. MX Squid holding it down in second. Great ride by him here in Heat 2. Fourth fastest qualifier coming into this event. Looking super solid aboard that KTM. Throwing a fat whip for the stream. Looking good. MX Squid going to be a tough competitor in the main motos if all goes well throughout the rest of this Heat 1 or Heat 2. Super solid ride by him so far here in this moto. Super Cuba back on the back fender of Fly Young White. Fly Young White gets reset. Tough go for Fly Young White as he gets reset going up Morocco's leap. Dinkopedia and Blood having a nice little battle going on here for third. Fly Young White now back in sixth. Quite a ways now behind Super Cuba. On this last lap, in trouble of having to go to the LCQ, Fly Young White was in fifth. Gets a huge reset going up the leap. Now finds himself one position out of a transfer spot. Meanwhile, Blood Baron looks like he's getting the better end of this battle with Dinkopedia in third here in Heat 2, but Dinkopedia tries to fire back, nearly decapitates him. Both riders looking solid aboard those Yamahas. El Paso just catching the double backflip. Here on the final lap of Heat 2 down in El Paso, doubling the leap. Having some fun out here, taking this Heat 2 win. Great ride by down in El Paso. Goon ride. Down in El Paso, your Heat 2 winner. Followed by the number 2, second place, number 4 of MX Squid. Great, consistent ride by Squid. Battle going on between Blood and Dang still. Looks like Blood might just edge him out. Gonna be close. Blood does take the third place spot here in Heat 2, followed by Dinkopedia. Fifth place should be Super Cuba, and it is. Fly Young White and Sakudata are gonna have to go on to the LCQ and try their hand there. El Paso taken first. Second is MX Squid, followed by number 8 of Blood Baron in third. Dinkopedia fourth, and Super Cuba in fifth. Take a quick break and we will be right back for the LCQ. Stay tuned. All right. LCQ time it is. Xbox A class. LCQ is just over a minute and 20 from getting underway. Fly Young White joining us here in the LCQ after a tough battle between him, Denkopedia, and Blood Baron in his heat. Just falling short. Now we also have Infamous 40, Eyeballs, and Motocross 754 trying to claim a spot in the main motos. A-Class LCQ slightly longer than the B and C class, 1 lap more, so we got a 5-lap LCQ. And still only 2 players out of the 4 that you see here are going to make it into the main motos. 33 seconds to go, and we're going to get it rolling. On the line, 30-second board is rolling. Motocross 754 on that inside gate off the start. Who's going to get that whole shot? Looks like the number 13 of Eyeballs is going to take it away. Infamous 40 and Motocross 754 close behind. Fly Young White in 4th and Sakidata in 5th. Eyeballs goes down off the track, reset. Motocross 754 takes the lead. Infamous 40 inside. Gonna push Motocross off the track. Infamous 40 now in that first place spot. Remember, we only take 2 riders out of the A-Class LCQ. 5 laps, gotta make it count. It looks like Sakidata in 3rd. Motocross in 2nd. Who's out front? Infamous 40. Looking solid so far here on lap 1 of 5. Where is Fly Young White in 5th? Big problems going on for Fly Young White here on lap 1. Going to be tough to regroup from that. Eyeballs in 3rd. Sakidata close behind. Motocross 754 in 2nd. And Infamous is out front. Sakidata going to get launched off the track. The number 11 of Infamous going to come to the finish line out front, followed by the number 54. Motocross 754, only about a second back. Eyeballs close behind, definitely within striking distance. Got to limit those mistakes, stay consistent if he wants to catch up into that 2nd place transfer spot. Infamous leading the way. Not looking back. Trying to get into the main motos unscathed. Fly Young White still in 5th, hitting that inside. Trying to make a move on Sakidata. Does not appear to be close enough, though, to the rest of the pack. Fly Young White in some trouble in terms of making it into those main motos. Right now, Eyeballs is in third, just outside of the transfer spot, trying to track down Motocross 754. Riders moving on to lap 3. Only about 2.7 seconds separating the 3. Eyeballs, big mistake, going down. Did not use his eyeballs for that one. Fourth place, Sakudata still with Fly Young White hot on his trail. Motocross in second. MXvsATV having a nice clean LCQ so far. No problems, got out to an early lead. Just trying to run his own race, hit his own lines. Stay consistent, you're going to be just fine. Flying up that Monza wall. Straight air in the launch pad. Interesting tactic. Very interesting tactic. Fly Young White appears to be still too far behind. Make another mistake as these riders move on to the fourth lap. Eyeballs still in third. Not too far behind Motocross 754. Definitely going to need a mistake out of him if he wants to make that pass. Mistake by Eyeballs does not affect him too much. And Eyeballs looks like he just flew straight off the track almost. Maybe he did. How's that look on the stream? Yep, he did go straight off the track. Sakudata 5th, loses that position to Fly Young White. Motocross still holding it down, second place. MXvsATV, 11th fastest qualifier. Out here, leading the way here in the LCQ. Having a pretty stellar ride. Trying to put that KTM into the main motos with this stacked A-Class. Well on his way. Only about a lap and a quarter left to go here in this A-Class LCQ. MXvsATV coming through the finish line, entering the fifth lap. Separation of 4.74 seconds between him and Motocross 754. Eyeballs about 3 seconds, a little less behind Motocross. Gonna be tough for him to try and catch him and make a pass here on this last lap. Gotta hope for a mistake out of Moto 754. Eyeballs looks like he's inching closer. Only about a half a lap left to go to try and make a pass on Moto 754. Trying to find as much traction as he can going off the Monza wall. Eyeballs is now on the back fender of Moto 754. Can he make a pass? Gotta hope for a slight mistake out of Moto. Straight air in that tabletop. So close. It does not appear to be enough. Moto 754 gonna hang on to that second and final transfer spot. Little Eyeballs wadding his brains out. Just falling short of that transfer spot. It's gonna be Infamous 40 and Moto 754 going to the main motos. Tough luck for Eyeballs. Tough luck for Fly Young White after the start that he had to this LCQ. Definitely could have been a rider inside first or second. That is going to conclude the day for third, fourth, and fifth. I want to thank those riders for signing up and competing with us, coming out, giving it their all in the 125 Dream Race. But it is going to be Infamous 40 and Moto 754 moving on. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back for the 8 class Moto 1. all been waiting for. Xbox A-Class. Absolutely stacked. 1 minute, 37 seconds from gate drop. Absolutely stacked lobby. You got Doritos, your Heat 1 winner. El Paso, your Heat 2 winner. Fuboy, your red plate holder. Glizzy, one of the top dogs on Xbox, making his first appearance here at an MXO Sports Tournament. Blood Baron, a competitor that could sneak his way inside that top 3 for sure. MX Squid showing serious speed. Super Cuba, no slouch. So many fast guys here in this A-Class. Ready to get after it. 15 laps. The finale ready to get underway. Moto 1 just under a minute from gate drop. Actually not one more time. Second to last time. The Red Bud MX Cinematic in Buchanan, Michigan. Ready to get after it. Who's going to take the Moto 1 win? Who's it going to be? Fuboy, Glizz, down in El Paso, MX Squid, Blood Baron, Super Cuba. So many riders that have the opportunity. You just need to start. That's all it takes. 32nd board is up. 12 of the fastest Xbox A riders in the game, ready to get after it. We're going to spectate down in El Paso on that outside gate. Decent jump. It looks like Doritos with the best jump. And El Paso's going to get launched off the track. Not the start that El Paso wanted. Who is out front? Oh, Fuboy. Fuboy is dead last right now. Your red plate holder now in last. Glizzy not up front either. Your fastest riders in this A-Class all in the back of the pack. Who is our leader right now on lap 1? Infamous 40 LCQ winner in 6th. Pizza the Hut in 2nd, your number 1 fastest qualifier in this A-Class leading the way. Blood Baron in 3rd. Solid start by the number 8. Super Cuba right beside him, and who is that out front leading the way? Doritos, the number 7 Heat 1 winner. Out to an early lead, getting after it. Half of the battle right there. Clear track ahead of him, great start. Ride your own pace. Hit your lines. 15 laps to get it done. Over the leap he goes. Big whip by Doritos. Out front leading the way. We're going to get the split when he comes around this finish line right now. Doritos just goes through the finish line. Followed by the number 1 of Pizza the Hut. 2.84 seconds back. Number 8 of Blood Baron in 3rd. Number 5 Glizz in 4th. 6 is Super Cuba in 5th. Panic Rev in 8th. Wikipedia trying to make the pass. Motocross in 12th. Fuboy and El Paso duking it out. Just making the pass on Super Cuba, both riders. Fuboy on the hunt, trying to move forward. but it is not going to get any easier from here on out. Plenty of time to go as we are only on the second lap out of 15. Down in El Paso, your second fastest qualifier inside the top 5 after a horrid start. Nearly side by side, El Paso inside, Fuboy outside, switching sides. Gliz making the pass on Pizza the Hut, now in second. Looks to be about 3 or 4 seconds behind Doritos. Can he catch up to the number 7 and take this Moto 1 win? Plenty of time left here in this race, but the number 5 on the Husky surely looking good. .84 seconds separating the number 7 from the number 5, followed by the number 2 of down in El Paso. So El Paso has already made his way inside the top 3. Super Cuba goes down. Dankopedia in 7th. 5th place, Pizza the Hut. Having a solid ride so far. Looks like Fuboy just in front of him in 4th. Blood Baron falling back to 6th. Trying to keep Dankopedia from making that pass. MX Squid, apologize for that. Blood Baron 6th, Pizza the Hut 5th. Blood Baron trying to go around him, and he does. He finds that momentum going down the straightaway and makes the pass on the number 1. Infamous 40 in 11th. Dankopedia 9th. Super Cuba 10th. Gliz in 2nd. Who is on the back fender of Gliz? I believe that is down in El Paso. Catching up quickly, very, very quickly. The number 2 is now locked onto that back fender of Gliz. Great racing going on between these top guys. Nice and smooth. Gliz going through that corner. Doritos still leading the way on lap 2. Looks like he might have crashed. 2.74 seconds between Doritos and Gliz. And I believe Fuboy has made the pass on El Paso. Dankopedia 9th. Infamous and Moto 754 duking it out. Pizza the Hut, Blood Baron, and Panic Rev. 3-way battle going down. Try and make our way to the 4-way battle. MX Squid peeking his head in there, trying to make his way forward. First place still the number 7 of Doritos. So smooth aboard that Husky. Panic Rev 7th. 10th is Moto. El Paso in 4th. So Fuboy did make the pass on El Paso. Number 2 with a slight mistake, bouncing from the inside to the outside. We have a 3-way battle on our hands for the lead. Fuboy, Gliz, and Doritos. Head to head to head. Lap 3 of 15. Looks like Gliz cased the launch pad. Crazy battles going on between these guys. The red plate holder's trying to sneak his way in there. And he does. Doritos with the reset. Fuboy, Gliz side by side over the leap. Who's going to get to the corner first? Gliz is just going to edge out the red plate holder. Both riders swapping back and forth. Less than a second between the top 3 as they come through the finish line. Moving on to lap 4. The number 5 of Gliz now leads the way on lap 4 of 15. Fuboy not letting him get away. And it looks like Fuboy's gonna get up to the side of him after a slight mistake. Fuboy railing that inside. Who's it gonna be? Both riders over the triple. Gliz outside, Fu inside. Gliz has the momentum. Doritos still hanging in there in third, not letting them get away. Fu trying to make that inside work, trying to square it up. Ends up making a slight mistake, but Doritos trying to bounce back. The number 5, the number 3, the number 7, head to head to head. Doritos inside, almost making the pass. Doritos inside again. Can he do it? Single file line going through that corner. And Doritos is just going to case the leap. Moving on to lap 5. Great battles continue between this top 3. Doritos finds that momentum going down the straightaway. Oh, nearly takes out Fuboy. Fuboy hitting the brakes all over the place. Doritos is going to reclaim the lead. Insane battles going on between these 3 guys. Gliz and Doritos side by side going down the OTB hill. Gliz inside, Doritos outside. Will Doritos have the momentum coming down the hill? Doritos trying to sneak in on that inside, does not make it work. Gliz trying to find some speed with that tactic, going through the rollers. Nice little oppo going over the tabletop. It looks like Fuboy might have fallen off the pace just slightly from these 2 riders. Doritos, however, hanging in there, trying to keep. And Gliz accidentally cuts the track, and it's going to bite him as he goes over the bars from hitting that yellow barrier. Usually a line that you end up hitting on accident, and about half the time, you know, it does bite you, and it did bite Gliz. So Doritos ended up making the pass, but then Doritos made a pretty big mistake, and that allowed Glizzy to pass him right back. But these guys are just flip-flopping every single corner. Great racing going on. Oh, and Doritos nearly hits the banner. Just saves it. Doritos out front. Glizzy in second. Where is Fuboy? Close behind, not letting him get too far. Red plate holder trying to stay in the loop. Take a look back at some of the other battles. El Paso looks like he's lost another position. The number 2 now in 5th. Who's in 4th? Panikrev. Look at Panikrev go, having a great Moto 1. Great job to Panikrev thus far here in Moto 1. The number 9 holding it down in 4th place. Solid moto so far for him. Doritos coming through the finish line in first, 1.6 seconds ahead of Gliz, 4 seconds ahead of Fuboy. Squid having a pretty solid race in 6th. Gonna make a big mistake and hit that Lucas Oil banner. Blood Baron 7th, followed by Pizza the Hut, nearly side by side over the leap. Thought Pizza the Hut was gonna go for the front flip right there. Pizza the Hut 8th. We're gonna go back to the front. Infamous 40 Super Cuba battling it out, followed by Dankopedia. Back to the front we go. Glizzy still in 2nd, losing some time to Doritos. Should be on lap 7 right now of 15, and it looks like Doritos is starting to open up the gap over Gliz. Gliz still in second, but I believe I saw Fuboy sneak his front fender into that shot. Fuboy does not want to let this race slip. Gotta stay close to Gliz and try and make a pass as quick as he can. Only about halfway through this moto as Doritos comes through the finish line for lap 8. 2.74 seconds ahead of Gliz, 5 seconds ahead of Fuboy. Still great racing going on between the top 3 right now, and Gliz is gonna hit the pole, allowing Fuboy to come up the right side and make the pass. The number 3 of Fuboy now moves his way into second. Can he make his way up to Doritos? Meanwhile, Glizzy crashing, Fuboy having his own troubles, has allowed Doritos to open up a gap of about 5 seconds or more. Super Cuba in 10th. 11th is Dankopedia. Infamous 12th. Pizza the Hut 8th. Just in front of him looks like Blood Baron. Blood Baron in 7th. MX Squid 6th, having a solid ride still. Doritos, meanwhile, still leading the way, coming over the launch pad. Hard on the brakes, getting to that inside, trying to find some smooth lines. Doritos trying everything he can to get over that leap. Push that Husky 125 to its limits, moving on to lap 9. Fuboy still in second place as they come to the finish line, 5 seconds back. Gliz 8 seconds back. Doritos out here just hitting his lines, staying smooth. Got a great start, and look where he's at, leading the way aboard that number 7 Husky. Looking solid here in Moto 1, this absolutely stacked A-Class. Panic Rev, meanwhile, in 4th, still having a stellar ride aboard that number 9 on the KTM. Pretty unexpected seeing him here, up in 4th. Not somebody that I would have expected to be inside that top 5, but Panic Rev out here flying, tearing it up for sure. But it's going to be El Paso. I didn't even know El Paso was that close. El Paso trying to get back in front. Can he do it? And it looks like he does, going around that outside and carrying that momentum up the mountain's wall. Panic Rev trying to stick it back to him, but does not get it. Panic Rev almost flying off the track. Finding that momentum though, going through the rollers. Look at Panic Rev making the pass back on El Paso. Meanwhile, Doritos coming through the finish line again, moving on to lap 10. Opening up his lead even more over Fuboy and Gliz. Tenth is Moto 754. 5th place, El Paso trying to get back around Panic Rev. Fuboy in 2nd. Trying to find as much speed as he can down that straightaway to make that triple smooth. Gliz in 3rd. Absolutely casing that triple. Gliz having a rough run down that straightaway, not making the full triple. If he's not careful, he's going to have Panic Rev and El Paso on his back fender. Cuba in 9th. Dankopedia 11th. Infamous 12th. Pizza the Hut in 8th. Your number 1 qualifier back in 8th right now aboard that KTM. 7th is Blood Baron. The number 8 on the Yamaha can. How close is he to 6th and 5th? I believe 6th place is about a straightaway in a corner ahead of him, so it's going to be pretty tough for Blood to pick up any more positions unless some mistakes occur up ahead of him. Overall, having a pretty consistent race, it seems. Blood Baron on the Yamaha, flying up that Monza wall. Squid in 6th. Doritos opening up his gap even more once again. Now on lap 11, Doritos is feeling the flow. Doritos making nearly no mistakes here in Moto 1 of this A-Class at the MXvsATV 125 Dream Race, hosted by MXO Sports and presented by Vital MX. Out here killing it in Moto 1. 5th place Panic Rev, so El Paso has made his way back around the number 9. El Paso with a rough start to his moto, trying to find his feet. Made his way back into 4th, but it does not seem like he's going to be able to catch up to 3rd or 2nd. Riders are just too far ahead right now. Doritos coming back through the finish line once again. Fuboy closing the gap slightly that lap. Lap 12 of 15. Fuboy not too far behind. Any crash by Doritos could put Fuboy right onto the back of Doritos. Gliz not letting off. Still right on the back end of Fuboy. Trying to push and get a battle going for that 2nd place spot. Super Cubo holding down that number 9 spot. Dank in 11th. Infamous 12th. Pizza the Hut now in 7th. I believe last time we came to Pizza the Hut he was in 8th. So he has made the pass on Blood Baron. Blood not going to make that triple. So tough to get a run down that straightaway with how bumpy and rutted it gets. MX Squid still holding down the 6th place spot. Having a very consistent ride. And Fuboy closing the gap still on Doritos. You start to wonder if the nerves are starting to set in for Doritos, if he's maybe getting a little complacent, making some mistakes as the race gets longer. Your eyes start to fool you. Your vision goes. Definitely tough to stay focused through a whole 15-lapper. Doritos, big mistake. That's going to cost him at least half a second. Do we have another battle brewing inside the top 3? Oh, it looks like Gliz has made the pass back on Fuboy. Gliz in 2nd. How far is he? Does not look to be that close to Doritos at all. Trying to find Doritos again. MX Squid 6th. Doritos bouncing out of the corner. Hitting the banner all over the place. Gotta hold on to it. Doritos moving on to what I believe is lap 14. Gliz in second, 2.6 seconds behind. And Fuboy nearly coming in side by side. Only about 7/100ths of a second behind Gliz. Trying to make my way to them. There they are. Gliz and Fuboy. Coming up quick on Doritos. Are we going to have a last lap battle on our hands? Oh, Fuboy bouncing out hard. Gliz coming up on Doritos. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Here comes the number 5 of Gliz. Not giving up. Gliz inside, Doritos outside. Big battle about to go down. Gliz and Doritos. And possibly Fuboy too, depending on how close he is behind Gliz. Gliz, big mistake. Gonna lose some time to Doritos. Oh, and Gliz goes down. Fuboy goes down too. Oh no. They just let Doritos have so much breathing room. What a huge weight off of Doritos' shoulders. Trying to find Doritos. There he is. Doritos coming through the finish line. Oh, and that is the final lap. Doritos, the number 7 aboard the Husky, takes your Moto 1 win. And where is Gliz? Gliz is going to take second with Fuboy third. I apologize for flipping through really quick. Trying to find our second and third place riders. Doritos with a very, very solid ride. Taking the Moto 1 win here in the A-Class, followed by the number 5 of Gliz. Third place is going to go to the number 3 of Fuboy. Fourth is going to be down in El Paso. Fifth, Panic Rev, MX Squid. 6th, Blood Baron. 7th, getting Pizza Hut back. 8th place is Pizza Hut. 9th, Super Cuba. 10th, Moto 754. 11th, Dankopedia. And 12th is Infamous 40. We're going to take a quick 5-minute intermission, and we will be right back right here for Moto 2 and ready to get after it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we're back. Moto 2 Xbox A Class about to take off. Just over a minute and a half. Moto 1 winner Doritos here. Just flew over the bars. Ready to get after it and try to get that 1-1 and take this MXvsATV 125 Dream Race championship for himself. The time has almost come to get this Moto 2 rolling. Just over a minute and we're going to drop the gate. Riders are on the gate. We are going to get through the final Redbud cinematic of the weekend. And then we're going to get this showdown rolling. Doritos taking that first Moto win. Gliz and Fuboy close behind. Can they take it from him here in Moto 2? Doritos with that solid gate pick on the inside. Definitely going to help him out here in Moto 2. Can Gliz come back, win this second Moto, and take the championship? Well, we're about to find out right now. Doritos off the start. Moto 1 winner. Looks like number 2 El Paso going to get a great jump. Doritos pinched off in the middle of the pack. Number 7 in 7th. 8th, 9th. Rough start for your Moto 1 winner. Who is out front? Horrible start for the number 7 of Doritos. Now in 9th. Already has his work cut out for him. Squid in 7th. Thankopedia just to his left in 6th. What has happened to El Paso? I think El Paso is lagged out. Very unfortunate for the number 2. Blood Baron in 10th. 4th place is Infamous 40. 3rd is Fuboy. Just in front of him is... not sure. We'll try and check that out. Pizza the Hut in 2nd. 1st place, number 5 of Gliz. Gliz now looking to take that A-Class championship. Skying over the Laracos lead. Pizza the Hut in 3rd, so Fuboy has made his way around Pizza the Hut. Where is the number 7 of Doritos? Looks like he is in 5th right now. So Doritos, your Moto 1 winner, making pretty quick work of this A-Class field. Trying to get around MX Squid. Gotta make it quick if he wants to try and catch up to Gliz. Gliz already looks like he's going down the straightaway to get to that triple step up. Doritos already in 4th place. These A-class riders on lap 2. You know, Doritos not too far behind. Not too far behind at all. Could definitely get up there and make some passes. Keep those Dream Race championships alive, but I believe Gliz might have opened up a pretty significant lead. 3rd is Fuboy. Just behind Pizza the Hut. Gliz goes down. That is going to open up the opportunity for Fuboy to capitalize and Doritos to inch ever closer to that number 1 spot. Fuboy has to beat Gliz and Fuboy. Or Doritos has to beat Gliz and Fuboy. And it looks like Doritos is going to go around Pizza the Hut after a big mistake. Doritos already in 3rd here on lap 3. Fuboy slight mistake. Doritos trying to butt himself into that inside. Does not make it stick, but still hanging in there. Just like the first moto with different positions, we have a head-to-head showdown about to go down. Single file going through that berm. And Fuboy down hard. Now in 3rd, Doritos makes that pass after a huge crash by Fuboy. Dankpedia in 6th. Much better ride so far here in Moto 2. Gliz coming through the finish line, moving on to lap 4. Pizza the Hut in 4th. Number 1 of Pizza the Hut having a pretty solid ride here in Moto 2. Much better than his first moto. Trying to make a statement and show these guys he can hang. And Gliz, Doritos side by side going down the straightaway. Who's going to get it? Gliz will maintain it, but Doritos not giving up. Number 7 doing everything he can to claim that number 1 spot here in Moto 2. Moto 754 in 10th. Super Cuba in 7th. Panic Rev 9th. The number 9 of Panic Rev had a great first moto. Just getting into that top 5. Stellar performance by him, now sitting in 9th. Not where he wants to be. Plenty of time though left in this moto to make some moves and get back up inside that top 5. So we got Gliz first, Doritos second. As they run now, Gliz will take the overall. Doritos would be second. Whoever beats the other is going to take the overall here at the 125 Dream Race. Gliz out front, Doritos second. Fuboy coming in 3rd, just 6 seconds behind the leader. Followed by the number 4 of MXsquid. MXsquid, we're going to have to go take a look at him. Having a solid ride here in Moto 2. Much better moto now than he had in Moto 1. Definitely going to be happy about this performance as long as he can stay up and stay consistent. Looking good out here in Moto 2. MXsquid aboard that KTM, but he's got Pizza the Hut trying to bounce back and take that spot back. MXsquid having a great Moto 2. 8th place Blood Baron. 11th Infamous 40. Fuboy still in third, trying to stay with the top two right now. Pizza the Hut now in sixth, losing 2 spots in the last lap. Gliz coming through the finish line now on lap 5. Lap 6. Should be lap 6. Gliz is now on lap 6. And it looks like the gap between him and Doritos fairly significant. What has happened to the number 3 of Fuboy? Doritos in second. Squid in 5th. Blood Baron. Okay. Fuboy still in 3rd. It did not register his number as he came through the finish line. But Fuboy is still in 3rd. Dankopedia and Squid battling it out for 4th. Great showdown going between these two guys. Number 10 of Dankopedia aboard that Yamaha. Making the pass on MX Squid, but MX Squid firing back on that inside, trying to make a pass, and he does. Great battle going on between these guys here inside the top 5. Dankopedia, slight mistake, gonna have to case that tabletop. MX Squid gets a little bit of breathing room. Pizza the Hut slowly falling back. Just a few positions, trying to get back towards the front. Riddled with mistakes. Tough ride so far for Pizza the Hut, but Gliz coming back to the finish line out front. Moving on to lap 7. Virtually the same split as the last lap as they come through. Doritos still trying to hang in there. Does not want to let Gliz get away with this one. Fuboy only about 3 seconds behind Doritos. We're going to try and take a look at their battle about to go down. Panic Rep still in 9th place. Trying to catch up to the riders in front. Doritos casing that triple. 4th place still MX Squid. Maintaining that consistent ride here in Moto 2. Blood Baron has now moved his way into 5th. I believe Blood was back a couple positions. Now finds himself inside the top 5, getting around Dankopedia. Looking good. Looking good on that Yamaha. Trying to track down MX Squid. And bump himself up in this overall here at the 125 Dream Race. Fuboy in 3rd, still has Doritos in his sights. Slight mistake, bouncing from inside outside. Gliz coming through the finish line in 1st still. Moving on to lap 8 out of 15. Continuing to open up that gap on Doritos. Overall, starting to slip away. Doritos gonna need some mistakes out of Gliz. Gliz out there running a super solid race. Infamous 40 holding down the 11th place position. Blood still in 5th. Trying to track down MX Squid. Not too far ahead of him. Plenty of time to go in this race. Could definitely find himself in 4th. Gotta stay consistent though. Blood Baron looking good here on lap 8. MX Squid out here hitting his lines, riding his own race. Looking solid. About halfway through this moto. Dorito's gonna nick that yellow barrier. Close the gap just slightly, but still just too far behind Gliz to make anything happen. Now on lap 9. Looks like Fuboy has fallen off the pace just slightly from Doritos. Doritos has a slight gap over Fuboy, a little bit more than he did the last lap. The 125s are pretty interesting in this game. They definitely make the racing a little bit closer, a little bit more competitive and close between one another. But if you mess up, it's just so tough. If you don't get a bad start, it's just so tough to catch back up on these things. Everybody's just so good on them. Blood Baron still in 5th. Does not look like he's gained any more ground on MX Squid. Is Doritos gaining on Gliz? Maybe. It does look like Doritos is inching closer and closer to Gliz. Moving on to lap 10. 6 laps to go. Only 3 seconds separating first and second place. Doritos making a final push. Oh, and Doritos down. Just when things were starting to heat up, Doritos smacks the pole. Race was just about to heat up between the top 2 guys. And Doritos down hard, hitting that pole. Gonna lose tons of time. Gliz definitely gonna catch a break there. Looks like Blood Baron has some company. 6th place rider coming in hot. Trying to find out who that is. Denkopedia in 9th, was at one point in 4th and 5th. Falling back just slightly. Pizza the Hut in 7th. Supercuba 6th, having a better Moto 2 than he did the first. That's who his eyes are set on. Blood Baron trying to track him down and take over that 5th place spot. Supercuba on the move. Flying up that Monza wall. Panicrav in 8th. Looks like he's pretty close to Supercuba. Could pick up another position potentially, but Gliz out front, coming through the finish line, going on to lap 11. And Doritos and Fuboy are neck and neck. Five laps to go here in Moto 2 Xbox A class. MX Squid still holding down 4th place. Not making any mistakes. Great ride by MX Squid here at the 125 Dream Race. Oh, big mistake by Squid. I swear I'm a curse. I'm gonna move to somebody else. Supercuba has made his way up to Blood Baron, Trying to hit that inside and make his way around and does not make it stick. Trying to get back to Super Cuba. Gliz coming to the finish line again. On to lap 12. Moto 754. Battle continues between Super Cuba and Blood Baron. Nearly side by side going over the launch pad, and Super Cuba over the bars. Couldn't bring the whip back. And down he goes. That's going to allow Panic Rev to get a little bit closer. He smells the blood, trying to gain more positions and maintain his solid overall. Doritos, big mistake and a fly off the track. The overall slipping out of his hands. Gliz just too far ahead, minimizing the mistakes. Doritos still having a solid ride here in second place, but Gliz just too fast, too consistent right now. Boy back on the fender of Doritos. Wants that position. Red plate holder, plagued with a couple mistakes, trying to get back up to Doritos and make that pass stick. Huge scrub by the number 3. Moving on to lap 13 out of 15. Fuboy around the outside, gonna make that pass on Doritos. Launching the finish line. Fuboy too much over the banner, loses it to Doritos. Just as fast as he gets around him, he loses it. Tripling out of those rollers, super fast move. Dankopedia 9th. Observer last. Dead last. Pizza Hut 8th. Gliz out here, tearing it up out front, the number 5, trying to take that 2-1 and get the overall. Only a few laps to go for Gliz, and he is well on his way to the 125 Dream Race Xbox Championship. And thought Gliz flew off the track, but he did not. Just a slight lag in the game. Moto still in 10th. Cuba 7th. Panic Rev 6th. So Panic Rev made his way around Super Cuba. Oh, and Panic Rev goes down. Cuba back around him. Doritos in second with no sign of Gliz. But I believe that's Fuboy coming into the shot. Pushing again. Trying to make the pass one more time. Gliz coming through that finish line now onto lap 14 of 15. 2 to go. Gliz just too far ahead for these guys to make any moves. The battle now is between Doritos and Fuboy for bragging rights. Even if Fuboy passes Doritos, Doritos is still going to take that second overall. MX Squid still in 4th. Great Moto 2 by MX Squid. 2 to go for him. Blood Baron not too far behind. Could potentially make a move if Squid makes a mistake. Fuboy looks like he has fallen off of Doritos just slightly. Fuboy off the track again. This track is rough and rutted. So tough to stay straight. So tough to find the fast lines, because every line on this track is absolutely torn up. Where is Gliz? Gliz lapping Infamous 40, coming through the final corner. One more lap to go for Gliz, and he is going to go 2-1 for the championship. One more lap, and the number 5 is going to take it. Super Kiba in 7th. Panic Rev 5th. Oh, Panic Rev makes the pass on Blood Baron, so Panic Rev well on his way to going 5-5 with a consistent 2 motos. Hits the banner, however, and gonna let Blood Baron make the pass back. We're gonna try and make our way back to Gliz. There he is, going up that triple. Doing a little celebratory whip. What's going on between Foo and Doritos? Foo Boy still in 3rd. Does not look like he has Doritos in his sights. Most likely going to walk away here with a solid 3rd place. Against some very tough competition. Great riding by Foo Boy. Blood Baron in 5th. Squid 4th still. Doritos in 2nd. Moto 754 in 10th. But the man of Moto 2, the number 5, aboard that Husky, Gliz, one more time, throwing the knack-knack over Laraco's leap. One corner away from going 2-1 and taking this Xbox A-Class Championship, and he does it. The number 5 of Gliz, 2-1. He is your MXvsATV 125 Dream Race Champion here in the A-Class. Great job to Gliz, Foo Boy, Doritos. Job well done, fighting hard all the way to the end. We'll give you a quick rundown of the leaderboards and try and get you some overalls. Gliz, first in Moto 2, going to go 2-1 and take that overall here in the Xbox Championship. Doritos going to go 1-2. Still a solid performance by the number 7. Foo Boy with the consistent 3-3, taking 3rd overall. Squid going to go... I'm not exactly sure what Squid got in the first moto. We're going to take 4th in Moto 2. Panic Rev going to go 5-5. 6th is Blood Baron. 7th, Cuba. 8th, Pizza the Hut. 9th, Dankopedia. 10th, Moto 754. And your 11th place rider is going to be Infamous 40. Great job to Gliz on taking that A-Class Championship. And congratulations to all the other riders on a performance well done. I want to say thank you to you guys for signing up and participating. Not only the A riders, but the B and C guys as well that'll watch this, for coming out and competing with us on the Xbox side of the championship. I want to say thank you to our partners, Rainbow Studios, THQ Nordic, MX Sports, and Vital MX for all the support. And yeah, one last thank you to you guys for coming out and competing with us. Be sure to sign up for all the future events that we got coming up. Tri-Cross coming up in a couple weeks, followed by the Grand Prix, and then an Open Classic event. All coming up. You can find it on MXOsports.com. Sign-ups are open for all 3. Be sure to go check it out. Super excited to bring these to you guys. And, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, all the guys that tuned in. Guys and girls, if there were any, that tuned in to watch the stream go down. It was awesome to see you guys throw down. All the A guys, B guys was super intense the whole way through. And the C was also great racing. So... all the motos can go. You can go back and watch them. Final thank you to you guys one more time, and we'll see you for the next event. Peace.